Here we go. Hi, Hector Strada here, and today we're going to cover how to fix plantar fasciitis. We're going to jump into what is it, symptoms, causes, and the solution you've been waiting for to alleviate your pain. Without further ado, let's jump into it. So imagine this, you get out of bed and you start having this really bad heel pain. I'm talking about excruciating pain that just feels like it's being jabbed into your heel. If this sounds familiar, then you're probably suffering from a bout of plantar fasciitis. Now, before we jump a little bit more into this topic, I just want to iterate that I am not a medical professional. This is mainly sourced from a Mayo Clinic article. You can find the link in the description below. This is merely your everyday runner that has found some great information in this article and demonstrating it in a video format. Your case is unique, and if you feel that it's some extreme issue, please visit a medical professional such as a physiotherapist that can better diagnose and treat you. Now let's jump into the Aztec Athletics version. To start off with, plantar fascia is the connective tissue that runs from your heel to your toes, and it acts as a shock absorber due to its bowstring type design. Essentially, it helps to maintain your foot arch. Every single time that your foot lands and springs back up, it's facilitated by the plantar fascia found in your arch. Now, plantar fasciitis is the inflammation of the plantar fascia. You know, that actually reminds me, as a quick little side note, anytime you see itis, I-T-I-S, at the end of something, all that means in medical terminology is inflammation. As an example, one that you've probably heard a lot from your dentist, gingivitis, which is the inflammation of your gums. Jumping into the symptoms. As mentioned earlier, one of the biggest symptoms you will encounter is a sharp heel pain, and especially first thing in the morning. Hey, a cool little fun fact. In the nighttime, when you're sleeping, your calf muscle and your plantar fascia are in a contracted state, which just means they're shortened. So in the morning, when you take those first few steps, you're stretching them out, and that's what's causing that pain that you're feeling. But I'm jumping the gun and talking a little bit about causes, so let's get back to the symptoms. Again, the biggest symptom is heel pain, which you'll experience after running, which you'll experience after standing for a very long time, or after a long period of sitting down, and then after you stand up. In case you hadn't noticed, but the pain arises in situations where you're not moving, and then you start moving. In other words, when your plantar fascia is nice and stretched out from just moving, it doesn't hurt as much, or very little to nothing at all. Whereas when you're sleeping, standing for too long, or sitting for too long, and that plantar fascia starts getting contracted, and then you start moving, well, baby, that's when things just feel, ooh, not so nice. Time to talk about the causes of plantar fasciitis. It's actually a very simple chain of events that leads to your pain. It starts off with too much tension and stress on your plantar fascia that leads to micro tears within that tissue, which leads to inflammation, and finally, pain that you experience on a daily basis. Let's jump back to the first part we talked about of too much tension. This could be, as we talked about the tight calves earlier, where your calves are just too tight and you're not allowing enough flexibility into your plantar fascia, in other words, the bottom part of your foot, which is going to limit the range of motion, and it's going to lead to that plantar fasciitis. Or your plantar fascia itself is just too tight. Your plantar fascia is like a rubber band that it has elasticity, and that elasticity again gives you that spring or pop to your step. If it's too tight, that's going to put a lot of tension, and eventually, just as this rubber band, pop, it's going to break. Which it actually does break in a sense, because there's a lot of micro tears that form from this exaggerated tension on your plantar fascia that once it compounds, eventually it gets to a point where it causes that inflammation, which leads to that pain. So you see how it's kind of a domino effect that leads to this pain? But the good thing is that knowing these things will help to provide you with a path to a solution. Oh, real quick, before we jump into the solution, I want to quickly touch upon runners. This is one of the most common issues found within the feet of my fellow runners. Why is that? Running is a very repetitive motion, and that repetitiveness can cause a lot of tightness and wear and tear on your plantar fascia. One of the causes could be poor support in your running shoes, which occurs from wearing old, run-down shoes that don't have any cushioning in them, which is the reason why it's recommended to change your running shoes every 300 miles. Speaking of which, these are my new running shoes, the New Balance Zante V4s. Just look at that beautiful shoe. Oh, that's so sexy. I'll probably make a quick review on that shoe in the days to come. But now that we're talking about shoes, one of the other causes of your plantar fasciitis is poor foot mechanics. Basically, you have an unbalanced step, either from having a flat foot, high arch, or not wearing the proper running shoe. As a side note, this is a running specific channel and this is advice geared towards runners, but plantar fasciitis is not limited to just runners. Any sport that is very foot intensive, for example, jumping in basketball, or technical dancing found in ballet or aerobic dance, can also lead to plantar fasciitis for all the same reasons listed previously. Too much tension and too much stress, not good for anybody. And the final cause is having a job or being in a situation that causes you to be in a standing position over a long period of time. An example would be being a teacher where you're standing all day, or working in a factory, again standing all day. Post office worker where you're walking all day. Those are work-life situations that can lead to plantar fasciitis, and especially if you compound that with the hobby you do in your free time, such as running, it's even more the reason that you're going to be suffering from this heel pain. Finally, the main part that you're here for, the solution. So, how to fix plantar fasciitis. The first one, as I mentioned earlier, rotate your shoes out every 300 miles so that you have good cushioning throughout your running. Secondly, you want to maintain the flexibility within your calf muscles and your plantar fascia. Doing a few calf wall stretches will be amazing to keep your calf muscles nice and elastic and flexible. And there's a bunch of different ways to keep your plantar fascia nice and flexible as well. You can simply roll your foot over a flat glass bottle to help stretch out that plantar fascia. You can use a texturized foot massage roll such as this one to also get that nice stretching within your fascia, or a nice texturized massage ball to get a little bit more pinpointed in certain points that feel very tight. And if you want to go another step further, you can stretch and ice at the same time for the inflammation using a bottle of water that's been frozen. Just roll it out, baby, roll it out. I'll put in the description below a link to these two because they are amazing for stretching out your plantar fascia, and just it feels good too. Plus I'll put a link below to the Zante V4s that are also very well cushioned with this fresh foam technology that will give you a nice healthy bounce to your step. Oh yeah. Let's talk about a couple of recommendations. Whoa, my cat's peeping in. To start off with, you don't have to be standing to roll out your plantar fascia. You can apply a similar pressure using the massage tool of choice from a seated position at your desk, while you're editing your next YouTube video, or while you're comfortably sitting in your living room. Getting startled by your cat again. I recommend doing this rolling stretch technique 10 to 15 minutes per foot on a daily basis to help you get back to 100%. Okay, that's all I have for you today. Hopefully you found that useful to alleviate your plantar fasciitis pain. If you found this useful, give this a big like. And if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and join this amazing running family. As always, knock it out, champ, and keep on running. I'm missing my glasses. I will be right back. The whole purpose of grabbing my glasses, not able to see the bags under my eyes as much. So, I'm gonna put on my glasses so I don't look like a zombie. I look more presentable. I don't look like that guy that doesn't sleep much because he's trying to do a lot and doesn't sleep much. Wow, glasses are cleaned for the most part. They're all scratched up, so I gotta update them sometime soon anyways. But anyways, let's get jumping into it. And my dogs are being loud. They don't want to let me talk, and they're just yelling and they're yelling and they're going and they're going. Specifically, just one dog is the one that's just barking and yelling and doesn't want to let me talk and get my video recorded without a dog barking in the background. So I guess I'm gonna just keep talking until she stops talking and gives me an opportunity to record a great moment for you to be able to see and experience and have a great time seeing a solution for plantar fasciitis. I think I might have out-talked her. Okay, that would be a no.